If you are an entrepreneur that has been approached about speaking, teaching, or leading a seminar, but you're feeling like you just want to put it on the back burner because you're not a teacher, then this video is for you. I'm Lauren Caselli, a live event planner for creative entrepreneurs, and I'm here to teach you why you absolutely 100% are a teacher and why you can absolutely teach your gift, but just maybe not the way you think. Okay, so this video was inspired by two people. One is a current client and one is a friend of mine. They both came to me with a similar problem. They had been approached in the past about speaking or teaching or leading an event, but they didn't really think that they were experts. They didn't feel comfortable standing in front of a room full of people and saying, I'm an expert at this thing, take all my knowledge. And also beyond that, just all of the logistics kind of going forward. But it was that one big hurdle, not feeling like they were an expert or not feeling like they could teach other people to do what they do because it's just so much easier to do it myself. And so therefore they didn't want to bring that gift out into the world, and they didn't think it was worth the time. And I said, you absolutely 100% can teach. You can teach people to fish, for example. You can fish for them, or you can teach them to fish. You can write their copy for them, or you can teach them to write their own copy. Because to be honest, not all of us have the capability, or none of us have the capability to serve all of the people that need our specific gifts. We don't have the capability to serve them all one-on-one. And that's a really important thing to recognize, unless you think you're Superwoman and you want to be up working 12 hours a day and trying to get back to all the clients that want to work with you. And one way to do it, and one way to serve all of those people that you are so desperately interested in serving, your dream clients, is to create a forum where you can teach them, empower them to have the gift that they have inside of them. And so what I wanted to talk about today is the two things that people are looking for in a live event and why you absolutely can bring those two things to your clients and create this live event. So number one, people are looking for guidance. Duh, right? They want someone there to guide them along the path. They want someone to stand next to them and answer their questions. They want someone who, when it gets hard, when they don't understand what the heck an email opt-in is, or they don't understand what the heck you're talking about when you're talking about SEO, or they don't understand just how to set up their dang MailChimp, account. When all those things are happening, people quit. And when you have a live event, when you have a forum where people can get together and talk and share their struggles together, that is when you can start serving them even better than you can serve them one-on-one. Because not only is that person over there struggling with their mail-in opt-in, but this person over here is struggling with their mail-in opt-in too. Or this person over there doesn't know what a lead page is, or this person over there doesn't know either and they're not quite sure what you're talking about. And so you can get people feel the most comfortable when they feel guided. And so if you can create a forum, if you can create a space where you can guide people, where you can say, I'm not going to do all of the work for you, but here's what I know to be true. And I'm going to help you every step of the way. That is where people are going to go wild because we don't get that guidance all the time as entrepreneurs, if those are your clients or even just regular people trying to learn something new. But as entrepreneurs, I'll use that example, we don't get someone standing next to us and helping us out and feeling like we're being guided along the hard path. And so if you can provide a forum where you can guide people, that's step one right there. And some of the ways that you can do that, if you're kind of like, okay, I know I can guide people, but I don't really know how to do that. How do I guide them? Write down the questions that you're getting. Write down the emails questions in the emails that people are sending you. Write down, if you work voluntarily or if you have clients and you're getting questions from them, write them down. That is all I'm asking you to do, is just write them down. Because once you have a list of 5, 10, 12, 15 questions that keep coming up over and over, even 3 questions coming up over and over, you can create a whole module, I call them when I'm working with my clients, a whole module of teaching around that question. So let's say you're a copywriter and you want to teach people how to effectively write their site without the price tag of having to work with you one-on-one. You come up with the top 3 questions that people ask you. what's my formula, or where do I get started? What's my formula? And, let's talk about SEO. Like, how can we make this best for SEO? And then you can create modules around those 3 topics if those are the questions that you're getting the most often. And, you don't have to be standing up in front of a room of, people with your ruler, tapping your foot like a teacher. You can be sitting in a chair, you can be sitting in a circle. It doesn't have to be this, intimidating experience sometimes that I think we picture in our heads. Okay, so number 1 is people want guidance. Number 2 is people are looking for connection. They want to be connected. And I know this is a very popular topic in the online world, but it's so, so true. When I started my own business, I felt like first of all, there was a lack of people doing event management for creative entrepreneurs in general, but secondly, there was a lack of event planners that were making decisions that are driven by your heart, driven by connecting with people, and not connecting in a way that's like superficial and surface, but connecting in a way that's, I understand you, I understand your struggle, I'm going to do what I can to help, but just know that you're understood. And that's really what a workshop can help solve. An in-person forum, not only are your attendees looking at you for connection, but they're looking at the other people in the room. They're saying, this person across the table totally gets me. I totally feel that struggle. And maybe you go through one of your modules, and then at one of the breaks, those 2 people connect and they say, hey, I really feel you. I had a conference that I went to in October. I said something pretty scary in front of the group, and it was fine. But then maybe the next day, even at the next day of the conference, someone came up to me and said, thank you so much for bravely sharing that, because I feel the same way. And that was mind-blowing to me. I still remember it 6 months later. It's just mind-blowing. So if you can create an atmosphere where you are, number 1, guiding people and you're connecting them in your workshop, you are going to do amazing, no matter if you feel like an expert, if you feel like a fraud. But those are the 2 things that people are really, really coming to your live event for. And if you have an idea about how you can do that, whether it's maybe flipping the traditional model on its head and creating more of a mastermind group where you sit around and kind of talk certain scenarios out, then do it. Like, if that's comfortable for you, do it. If you don't want to stand in front of people and and go through a lesson and pretend like this is school, then don't do it. Do something else. Do something that you're totally comfortable with, because the one thing that's selfish and the one thing that I don't want you to do is to keep your voice inside and keep your gifts inside if people are asking you to let them out, because that would make me so sad. And I think, you have bigger things that you can share with the world. So anyway, I'm Lauren Caselli. I'm a live event planner for creative entrepreneurs, and I'm so thankful that you watched this video, and I will talk to you next time.